guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Soumya, aka Pretty Paperback, and by the title of this video, you already know what this video is going to be about. So, welcome to this little corner of the internet where we cry about fictional men and pretend our lives are slow burn romance and romanticize every single page. So, today we are going to talk about a trope that lives in my head rent free, and that is obviously friends to lovers trope. There is just something about this trope, two people who know each other so well, who have been through all the late night conversation, the bad days, the in jokes, and one day they just look at each other differently. If you are into that slow build romance, the emotional intimacy, and I have always loved you, but didn't know how to say it kind of vibe, then this video is for you. So let's dive right in. King of Pride. If you like your romance intense and forbidden, then this one is for you. Kai is a cold, calculated businessman, and Isabella is completely opposite, passionate, messy, and a social butterfly. They are from two different worlds but somehow keep circling back to each other in the most magnetic way. They are not supposed to get close, and yet they do. Unstoppable. It's French to lovers story that explores vulnerability, power, dynamics, and how love can bloom between even the most unlike pairing. So Anna Huang delivers both emotional intimacy and jaw-dropping tension. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry is a story about Poppy and Alex, best friends who couldn't be more different. She's chaotic, adventurous, full of life, and he, on the other hand, is calm, structured, and a total homebody. But every summer for 10 years they travel together until one trip ruins it all. Now, 2 years later, they are giving it one more shot. It's a second chance, friends to lovers story wrapped in humor, heartbreak, and healing. And it's about realizing that maybe your home isn't a place, it's a person. And I promise the payoff is worth every page. Getaway List by Emma Lord. So, The Getaway List by Emma Lord is sometimes we lose ourselves in the noise of life. This is the story of Riley, who is always done, who is supposed to do everything until one day she decides to chase the life she actually wants. So, she reunites with Tom, her childhood best friend, and together they start checking off a list of things they always wanted to do or they plan to do in near future. So between subway, poetry, jazz bars, late night confessions, New York, they begin to discover who they truly are and what they mean to each other. So this book is soft, hopeful, and reminds you that your truest self is the one who knows and loves you. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. So I wasn't ready for the emotional tsunami this book brought. Missy and Elliot were childhood best friends, book lovers who shared every piece of themselves growing up. But something tore them apart, and years later they ran into each other and the memories came flooding back. Told in the past and the present timeline, the story is very raw, nostalgic, and completely devastating in the best way possible. It's about the one who got away, the one who knew you before the world changed you, and the one who never stopped loving you. Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, one of my favorite books. Lucien and Salon have a very different history. Not the sweet kind, but the messy one. They circled each other for years. Tension, anger, attraction, and everything in between. What started off as friends shifted to lovers and then to enemies and turned into something very deeper neither of them were ready for. So, this is the third book in Knock Me Out series, and it's all about emotional baggage, healing, and trusting someone with the parts of you who have always never shown it to anyone. It's heavy, it's messy, and this book is romantic, it's steamy, and it's real. And it proves that love doesn't always come softly, sometimes it crashes in. Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Fox and Hannah are those pair, the pair who swears, oh no, he's just my friend, oh no, they are just friends. But everyone else sees it before them. The whole room knows. Fox is the town flirt, carefree fisherman who hides his true self behind his charm. And Hannah, on the other hand, is the sweet sunshine girlie with sincerity. She moves in with him as a friend, but their bond starts to deepen into something very sweet, unspoken. So, this book explores what happens when someone really sees you beneath that mask, behind all those facades, and still stays. So, this book is tender, it's hot, and full of what classic? Oh no, we did not got feelings and we are just friends, and blah 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 blah. Stopper by Alice Oseman. If love had a color palette, this book would be it. So Charlie is openly shy gay person recovering from a heartbreak, and Nick on the other hand is cheerful, sporty, and still figuring himself out. So they started off as seatmate, becoming friends, and then slowly, beautifully falling for each other. So this book is soft, it's safe, and it's joyful, and it shows that love doesn't have to be dramatic to be powerful. Sometimes it is quiet glances, nervous hands, and I made a playlist for you kind of energy. Every Summer After by Kali Fortune. The FMC and MMC had the perfect summer friendship, all laughter, lake swims, and growing up side by side. But something happened, and now, years later, she's back in the very same small town, and so is he. So, this book is all about second chances, missed moments, and wondering if what you had was ever truly over. So, this book hits deep. It feels like coming home after being lost for too long. Danny Brown is a brilliant, ambitious, and totally uninterested in love. On the other hand, Jeff is a formal rugby player turned security guard who loves romance, novels, and quietly battles anxiety as well. So check for trigger warnings before reading. So when a video of him rescuing Danny during a fire drill goes viral on the internet, they decided to fake their relationship for good press. What started as a staged romance slowly and beautifully turns into something very real. But neither of them are ready to admit just how deep those feelings run. So this book is witty, inclusive, emotionally intelligent and filled with kind of chemistry that makes your heart race. Also, Zev book boyfriend material forever. Lalan Sweets by Shrishti Chaudhary. So, this book feels like a warm breeze on a chaotic summer evening in a small Indian town, filled with nostalgia, secrets, and a sort of ache of unspoken love. So, this book follows Radha, who returns to her hometown after years, only to find that the boy she once knew, Nishant, has grown into a man. She can't seem to read anymore. They share history, laughter, heartbreak, and memories, and obviously the great Lallan sweet shop. So, what started off as an awkward reunion and unresolved tension between the two slowly turns into rekindled friendship, second chances, and quite kind of love that's been sitting there all along, just waiting to be noticed. It has to be soft. And this book is full of desi feels, full of flavors. Gulab jamun for your soul. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Harriet and Win were once everything to each other. Everything. The kind of love that makes you feel like home, like laughter, like under fairy lights, like waking up in your favorite person's arms. But now they are broken up. Except surprise, no one else in their friend group knows anything. And now they all are together for the one last vacation in their happy place, pretending like nothing has changed. Risky. So, what follows is a master class in pining, pretending, and all that words that left unsaid. This book is second chances, friends to lovers story that will break your heart in the softest way possible. So, Emily Henry captures the ache of growing up, growing apart, and still somehow finding your way back to each other and back to love, back to home. So, this book isn't just about romance, it's a warm hug, one you didn't know you needed. A British Girl's Guide to Hurricane and Heartbreak by Laura Taylor Nemi. Flora is grieving not just the loss of her mother but the life that made sense before everything shifted. So when her dad sends her to Miami for the summer to reconnect with her Cuban heritage and her long distant family, she finds herself in the middle of a tropical storms, complicated emotions, and one very charming boy from the past. The thing is, Gordon has always been more than just a friend to her, but after years apart, Flora doesn't know where they stand anymore. So this book is friends to lovers wrapped in a cultural identity, grief, healing, and sunshine-soaked second chances. So this book is tender, lyrical, and emotional in the quiet way possible, and where you don't even notice that you are crying until the very last page. So yeah, it's not just about hurricanes outside the house, but inside yourself. It's about the storms we carry inside, the people who help us, whether we like them or not. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. Vanessa lives like her time is running out because it might be. She is the successful travel vlogger with a wild spirit and a heartbreaking family history of illness. Her philosophy: say yes to life before it slips away. And enter Adrian Cooper, her grumpy lawyer neighbor with the emotional rage of a teaspoon until he finds himself babysitting her niece and falling into Vanessa's messy, beautiful orbit. So they become friends, to roommates, to co parents, to partners in chaos, and then something more. So this book is slow unraveling of wall of fears and what it means to really show up for someone when they love feels terrifying. This book made me laugh out loud and also sob at the very same time in the same chapter. And this book is very romantic, very raw, very real, and it reminds you life's too short and not to fall in love with your best friend, or maybe fall for them. I don't know. So XO by XCO. So this one book is for all my girlies who love K-dramas, South Boys, and that one forbidden slow burn tension. So Jenny is a passionate cellist who is in LA. Her life is goals, focus, and music until she meets this mysterious boy one night named Jay Woo. Something shits inside her. So they have this magical, fleeting connection, and then he disappears. Fast forward to few months later, Jenny moves to Seoul to be with her mama and finds out Jebu is not just her classmate. He's also the member of one of the biggest K-pop groups in the world. Yeah, let that sink in. Now they are stuck in this bittersweet bubble of friendship because idols aren't allowed to date. But as they study together, laugh together, and open up to each other, you know what and where this is heading. So this book is slow, tender, full of stolen glances and heartbreaks and heartbeats that you were not supposed to have. So XOXO is like watching a K-drama in your head with swoon-worthy moments, culture, music, and that one impossible question: what do you choose when your heart wants one thing, but your dream and ambition demands a different thing? So this book is so soft, so romantic, and it will leave you smiling and crying in the very same breath. I promise you that. And that's it for my friends to lovers obsession. So I hope this video gave you the exact kind of emotional damage that I was planning for, and all the fictional finding you were looking for. And if any of these books are already your favorite or you are adding to them to your TBR, then just let me know. Comment below, and I would love to hear your recommendations too. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then you know the drill. Like that button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, may all your fictional crushes become real. Bye.